Hey guys, it's me Bert and welcome back to my channel. So for today I wanted to do something just a little bit different. I'm actually going to start a new series and I'm calling this series Beauty 201. My thoughts were that you can see Beauty 101 across pretty much any beauty YouTuber out there. They'll show you how to put on foundations and blush and eyeliner and all those basic things that we would do to our face. But what I wanted to do with Beauty 201 was some of those things that may not necessarily be best explained, or what they're for, or what they're about, or why you might need them, or why you may not need them. And so basically I just kind of wanted to explain what some of these extra things were to essentially amplify or help with our beauty looks. So for today I'm going to start with our first one, which is primers. The reason why I wanted to start with primers first is because essentially it's the base of your look, the base of your makeup. What a primer does is exactly what it sounds like it does. It primes your face. I wanted to think of a better analogy other than, oh, think about when you paint a wall. You prime a wall to help smooth it out so then it takes the paint better. Well, which is true, and that is a great way to think about it, but primers as a whole, you should be using them to help you with a beauty need. For me, the reason why I use a primer is to help me with my pores. I feel like I have large pores and it helps me to somewhat hide them or camouflage them. You can also use a primer to help illuminate your skin. So if you feel like you have dry skin and you want it to look a little bit more luminous, a little bit more glowy, that's what you can do. You can also use a primer for color correction. They make primers that are green to help take away some of the redness. They make primers that are purple to help take away some of the yellowness or the sallowness to your skin. Things along that line. So you can do it even as a color correction type of tool. So what I'm going to do is, again, I use them for my pores. You're going to go ahead and see me insert a clip now that shows me actually applying the primer to my face. The reason why I wanted to show you is so that maybe you could actually see what it does. I'm hoping that the camera has picked up in the close-up that it will minimize the pores. It doesn't take them away. It's not a miracle. Remember, makeup isn't a miracle. But it should essentially like blur them out or make them less visible. Primers should, again, suit your need. They are, again, just another makeup tool, but they come in a couple of different varieties. So these three here are my favorite high-end primers. And again, these are focused on helping me minimize pores. And then these three here are my other favorites. These two are what I would call drugstore, and these are not. This one is not. This is also a high-end. The reason why I separated it is because these don't contain silicone. Silicone is just an ingredient that when you apply it, it actually feels silky, but it definitely like makes the skin feel really silky and smooth, and that's all three of these contain primers, whereas the other three contain primers. All three of these contain silicone. The three here that contain the silicone also they actually have a colorant to them, and you can see it's kind of just a tan color. Does it actually apply color to my face? Nope, I've never noticed it. It essentially just blends right in, and I think it actually helps blur things out. Now, two of the other ones that I have are white, and they actually feel like a moisturizer when you put them on. They just go right into the skin absorbs them, and then in turn it just feels like a moisturizer. Now this one, the high end by Carez, this one also has that tan color, as you can see it there. But again, this one does not have the silicone. I actually use this one pretty regularly. I actually really like this one. I don't like it as a primer. I actually use it as kind of more of a moisturizer, and one of the things that it also talks about is that some of the ingredients in there actually help to minimize your pores, actually make them smaller. So for me, I actually use this as more like a face care product versus a makeup product. So that's the way I've been using it, and quite frankly, it smells fantastic. One of the best beauty smelling products I have. Beauty smelling products? One of the best smelling beauty products I have. So when you blend them in, when you rub them into your hand, they just, like I said, the ones that have no silicone will rub in and feel just like a moisturizer. The one with silicone, again, will rub in, but you'll feel like a remaining silkiness, a velvetness to your skin. Again, the point behind a primer is to help prime your face for the next step, which is typically foundation. In my case, it helps smooth the skin out so the pores are less visible, so in turn the makeup actually sits better on my face. That's the point behind any primer. It should help the foundation or whatever BB cream, CC cream, whatever you're going to use next, sit better on the face. So in turn it looks better to the people who look at your face, which is pretty much everybody in the world. Well, maybe not the whole world, but you know what I mean. So in closing, you may have to test out some products and try out some things. As you can see, I got a whole bunch here, and I do actually use all these, and I use them all in different reasons for different times. I use these type of things, the ones without the silicone, more in the summertime because of the fact that it just feels better on my face, less heavy, but especially if I'm going to be outside and in the weather and in the heat and in my case the humidity. But if I'm looking for something to like stay all day and I really want my face to look perfect, potentially for pictures and things like that, then I'd be apt to use one of these here. Again, this one I use as a beauty product, not necessarily as I use it as a face product, not necessarily as a beauty product. But you may have to try out some things, test out some of the other primers that are out there, see which ones work best for you. The brands that work best for me may not be the best brands for you. You have to remember it's makeup and we all have different skin and we all have different needs. So the things that work great for me may not be the best option for you. So test them out, see which ones you like. Again, there's some great drugstore options out there, and if you want to get some high-end products, like this one is actually a travel size, it's a mini, so you don't even have to necessarily buy the full size to really give it a test. You might ask at Sephora as well, because they will let you sample, as far as I know, everything in that store. So if you want to try one out, ask to see if you can't get a sample and then test it on your face and see how you feel. That way you're not having to make the cost commitment. Sephora and Ulta both have an amazing return policy as well. So if you do end up going ahead and just biting the bullet and purchasing something and then find that you don't like it, you can also return it there. But yeah, that pretty much sums up what I wanted to talk about. Keep in mind that primers are just another tool to help aid in our beauty. You don't have to have one. You can be just as beautiful without one, and you can be just as beautiful without any makeup at all. Beauty is about confidence, and whatever makes you feel good makes you be more confident, and that's what the people see. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have any questions or concerns, comments, anything you want to know, whatever, leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe and give me that thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. Bye. I don't want to say slimy because that applies a wetness, and it doesn't have a wetness. I have a scratch on my hand. It's hot in here. Wow, I look like a freaking disco ball. Look at this. Jeez Louise. I'm a little bit heavy on that highlight. It's like feeling like Lightning McQueen. Ka-chow, ka-chow, ka-chow. Yes, these are the thoughts that go through my head. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video.